Hello, a young lover, wherever you are, and let.
I can't sing, dear.
Oh, okay. Hey, young lovers, wherever you are, this is Dr. Willie Jolly, and
This is Dee Taylor-Jolley.
we are the Jollies. We're the authors of the book Make Love,
Make money?
Make It Last: 10 Secrets for Shaping a Great Life. And we're grateful to be on with you.
Together. A life together.
A life together. Shaping a great marriage. I'm sorry. 10 Secrets to Shaping a Great Marriage, which would be a great life together. Featuring Dr. Willie Jolly, best-selling author, Hall of Fame speaker, and his bride of over 35 years now. And the book is 30 years. Over 35 years, Dee Taylor-Jolley, M.Ed. Masters of Education. So, tell people what's on your arm, by the way, because they're going to say, did you fall or something?
Oh, all right. Okay. I have a vitamin patch on my arm from Patch Med MD.
Patch, not Patch Med, Patch MD.
Patch MD. Oh, you're right.
Right. Patch MD.
MD.
Right.
Yes.
And so,
and actually, this one is.
It's on this
side.
Yeah.
It's a vitamin D patch. So instead of swallowing the pills and much of it coming out in the toilet, I started taking the Patch MD with the patch on the arm, where the vitamin actually goes into the bloodstream, into the skin, into the bloodstream. I guess that's how it works. And I'm particularly focused on the vitamin D. Did you read the article that I sent you?
Not yet.
About the power of vitamin D and how we as people of color tend to have a propensity or greater deficiency of that, which means that we tend to be more exposed to the coronavirus in terms of how it can adversely affect us or kill us.
Great.
So,
all right. So that's what I tell them that. And you go to patchmd.com for more information. Our friend
Eric. All kinds of vitamins. So
great.
I gradually switched from swallowing everything to doing the patches. And I have great energy. And I get sunlight from walking. 15 minutes of sunlight, but I actually get like an hour or so because I walk in the morning for about an hour.
At least an hour. The other day she walked for 2-3 hours. And so
you wouldn't know. You would sleep.
I was asleep. I don't know. So anyway, we want you to do a couple things for us. We want to first welcome you. Second, we want to invite you to do a couple things and ask you to do a couple things. Start a watch party. Start a watch party.
Watch, share, like.
Then I want you to share it, like it, and tell your friends about this every Monday night. And
it's short. 27 minutes.
27 minutes.
And we're into it now.
We're into it, so we want to welcome everybody. We got a few. We give a shout out real quick to Michelle Hollywell, is on with it. Dr. Gail Jones, David Robinson, Lewis Eldridge. Oh, by the way, Lewis said like the T-shirt. This T-shirt is Dr. Willie Jolly says a setback is a set up for a comeback. And you know that's part of my retinue books.
Oh, that's a fancy word.
Books.
Retinue. What
retinue,
is that?
My ensemble books. These are two that apply to when you're having setbacks. We as a nation and a world are in a setback time right now. We need a comeback. So first book was a setback set up for a comeback. First global bestseller I ever had. We had a national bestseller, but it only takes a minute to change your life. This became a global bestseller. And then that was followed up by a setback, turned setbacks into greenbacks. So you can go to the website and get...
I think simply to say that if you know people who are going through a setback, and it really is everything that has happened with the pandemic, which then resulted in an economic crisis, which then we have the social upheaval, which is also adversely affecting couples because there are even more drama with couples, many being stuck together and discovering they don't particularly like each other, right? But it's a mental thing. So the setback is the greenbacks, the setbacks and comebacks, helps you think through how am I feeling and how can I help to change myself so that I can handle the situation. So you can get it for somebody else.
Brilliant. So she's brilliant. So get the book, A Setback Set Up for a Comeback. But to get the T-shirt,
Just text us.
No,
just
no,
email?
no.
You're not gonna say that either.
It's on my website at williejolly.com/shop. Go to the shop, williejolly.com, wjspeaks.com. Go to shop, and it's under the exclusive section. And we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. So, like a watch party. Start it right now, everybody. Watch party. So all your friends and family share, like it, and then
get a T-shirt for somebody.
And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Then get a T-shirt for somebody at our website and get copies of the books because we want all the books. We want you to have them all. We want you to have them all. Okay.
Okay. Let's get into.
Let's get into what we got to talk about.
15 minutes.
Linda Kazera. She and her husband wrote a wonderful article. Her husband Greg wrote a wonderful article, and it came into popped up on my alerts.
Your Google alerts.
Google alerts that my name was mentioned in the press, and I read it. Thank you. Tell Greg thank you for the great article about my keynote speech for the National Speakers Association last Sunday. I appreciate the wonderful article. I sent that on to National Speakers Association. Donna Shorts
in the article,
Robertson.
you talked about mindset too.
Yeah, we talked about
how to handle the setback. Really depends upon how you think.
Monique Simmons Smith is with us, so we're going to get into it now. Let's get going. We got a lot to do,
okay,
and
as
we know, we got a limited time.
The question that was asked last week, and you said that we were going to think about it and come up with an answer. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
And I hope he's on because he asked the question last week.
The question was
Terrence. I don't see Terrence yet. So wait till Terrence gets on.
Oh,
I don't want.
That's the flow.
I know, but we're gonna have to just jump over that.
We might forget it.
I'll try and remember, but he's not on. I don't want to give it to him.
So last week's topic was sex and dirty laundry. What an interesting title.
What a great response, by the way. We had thousands and thousands.
Sex and dirty laundry go together.
Ooh.
What turns you off about having sex with your spouse?
Yes.
And what were some of the answers?
Some of the answers were body hygiene, basically hygiene.
Number one thing was the hygiene.
Hygiene, body odor, dirty nails, any of the above. So that turns people off.
And then not enough before play.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that.
Which is what leads us into this week's topic, which is learn how to talk and tease to increase your intimacy. So that kind of, really not enough before play in terms of getting ready to be intimate.
Well, here's the real problem.
What?
The real problem is the comments we've had.
What's the real
and the
problem?
Conversations we've had from women who say, this bothers me. My husband comes to the bed, don't talk to me all day, and then when he get in the bed, he do this. You ready? You ready? And I keep saying that they don't like that. They don't like that. And I don't know why men do that. They think that it's like, well, it's just a mindset. No, gentlemen. What I want you to learn from this is one of the reasons why we've been married 35 years, haven't had an argument in 33 years, and we got a great marriage. It goes just like butter. I mean, it's just great. We have a great time. It's because I'm always thinking about how do I make her feel special. All day long, I'm thinking that. Case in point today. I called into her office. Our office is at different ends of it. I called into her office. I said, I'm thinking of you. I'm going to see you.
So funny.
And she said, I'm busy. I said, I know, but I'm coming to see you. You turned me on. I said that on the phone. Now, there's nobody in here but us.
It made me laugh.
It made her laugh. I walked over to her office.
Gave me a kiss.
Gave her a kiss. Said, you sure look good. You sure look good. And she said, you know how to talk.
I said, you taught my panties off. A sense of humor is so important.
So we want to say to men that we want to talk about the things. The reason we wrote the book, Make Love. Make money, make it last. Because sex is one of the big three boulders that break up marriage.
Wait a minute. Love is not sex.
I know, but let me just, the whole make love. Make love is having sex, okay? Make it love.
Well, it could be a difference of opinion there.
All right, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, Make Love was about focus on the big three: sex, money, make
Mm-hmm.
love, make money, make it last. How do you keep it going? And the three big are sex, money, and communication, which is the ongoing issue in most marriages. It deals with communication. For communication, if you got a problem sexually, if you talk about it, you can get through it. If you've got a problem with money, you can talk about it. You usually get through it. But most people won't talk. They won't talk to each other. They won't say what's going on. They won't tell the problems. They won't tell the situation. So make love. We're going to talk about it. And we are a faith-based couple. We love the Lord. We go to First Baptist Church of Glen Arden, where our pastor is the great, incredible John Kenneth Jenkins Sr., who makes no qualms about talking about sex from the pulpit and how a brother got to get hooked up. Come on, that's why he got so many men in that church, because he won't sugarcoat it or beat around the bush. And far too many churches have made sex. Ooh, oh, but we talk about sex because we know it's breaking up Christian marriages, faith-based marriages. 50% of the people in America are breaking up, and half of them are Christian.
Why do you think that church folks generally don't want to talk about marriage, sex, because you become holier than thou when you become a Christian?
They kind of got a puritanic.
But you're having fun. You're out there doing it all the time. And as soon as you're getting married to that one person that you can have sex with all the time, then you're not supposed to. Does that make sense?
No, they don't talk about it. Okay, it's something a little taboo, but we find out it's a problem that's not working, and they need to talk about it so we can fix those problems and get on with your life and not have all of these other issues.
All right,
so we're gonna talk about it. Hey, right here, we're gonna talk about it.
All right, so
okay,
we're gonna talk about learn how to talk and tease to increase intimacy.
Yeah,
that's the nice topic.
Yeah,
okay, and we know that intimacy leads to sexual activity.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
Okay. So make sure people know the difference. They're not. That's to explain it. Now we go through the book. For those who don't know, the book is Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last at jollymarriage.com. We recommend everybody on this call and everybody who sees these videos, you have two copies of the book, one for each of you, so you can go through the principles. This is a principle-based book. I talk about principles. Principle. You throw a rock up in the air, 100 times it comes down because of a principle called gravity. Gravity is a principle, and it works 100% of the time. These are principles. They work. If you will just read the book and apply them, they'll work. It helped our marriage when we were having struggles.
And what does it mean to apply? It means to actually do it.
You
can't just read it. That means you actually have to be uncomfortable and go through the steps of the different activities.
Right.
Okay, so learn how to talk and to tease. So the first thing that I want to say is a little review. The talking we normally think of as communicating, but actually only 5% of this communication is actually words.
That's right. A lot of
Research
nonverbal.
Says 5% of your communication is actually the talking. Okay? 45% is the tone and intonation.
Wow. And now what you say is how you say
it. That's a fancy way of saying it. It's how you say it.
All right. Okay.
The words.
Wow.
And then the other 50% is actually body language. That's the big thing. So body language is the eye contact. It's the body gestures. Why are you laughing?
I'm just thinking about
what?
She was up in the bathroom putting on her makeup. And I went up when I looked at her. She just said body language. And I didn't say anything. I just said, "You look good."
He always makes me laugh, which makes me want to be close to him. Okay, so we've got the actual words. We've got how you say the words.
Yeah. And
then we have the body language in terms of how you lean in, how you caress, how you hold the hands, all those other things. So when we talk about talk and tease for communication, we're actually talking about all those things, and we're talking about probably more about the body language as well as the intonation and the words that you're speaking, as opposed to just the words that you say. And I think that can be very hard in terms of the communicating, and that's really where we're going to start in terms of how you physically communicate.
Yeah.
doesn't mean sticking it in and having sex. That's not what we're talking about. Okay?
But we
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying you have to get there.
Oh, you got to work to get there.
You got to work to get there first. Okay, that's what we're talking about.
All right, that works for me. All right,
now,
okay.
Here's
Remember, start a watch
background.
party, everybody. Start
Here's
a watch
some more
party.
background information that no one person is born with the natural talents of. I understand marriage. I'm getting married, and I know exactly what to do. Right? We're not just born with that.
No.
We're born kind of mean, selfish people to begin with.
Ooh, you know, amazing you would say that. Amazing you would say that,
right.
Because Dr. Rodney Ellis and I went on a bike ride yesterday.
He's our general physician, by the way.
And he said to me, he gave me a quote about marriage because he was talking about somebody in his family who was going through a separation. And he said, you know, marriage is the most... God created people in marriage to learn how to not be selfish. And marriage is a process of ongoing compromise. Lifelong compromise process that we just... That's not...
I compromise with you on so many little things, like you're not hanging up the rug from the shower. You step out of the shower. I had to develop a sense of humor. That seems like such a minor thing. For somebody who is as anal as I am, that's a big thing. Okay? So, no one is naturally born with a talent for how to handle a marriage.
Right.
But it's something that you learn. It's a learned skill if you want to.
Right.
Now, how you view marriage generally is a reflection of the kind of environment that you grew up in.
Okay. Yes, and I got a DM, a quick direct message from my assistant. Said someone asked, please explain to gentlemen what it means to make love. And so, you know, that's good. That's a good question. Thank you for asking that question because, Terrence, you're finally here, my man. Well, we wanted to get to your question about love, and I was waiting for you to get on. But let me deal with this other question first. What it means to make love. That it is a process of taking some work. And not just you doing the aesthetics of having the sexual relations. It's the caressing.
You mean it's not just penetration?
Yeah, it's not just penetration. Many people think making love is just the sexual act of the penetration. But no, it is the caressing. It is the loving. It's the warming. It's the intimacy.
Showing that you care.
That you care. That it's not just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That there's really a love. That you're acting out your love. There's a process, a program, an acting out of the love that you have for somebody. Otherwise, it's just sex. You know, and not just, you know, making love, but really making love. I love her. I'm sharing my love in as most intimate way I can share.
All right, so you ready to define love?
Thank you, Terrence. So you asked last week. Let me go over the question that Terrence asked last week. The question was, do you have a defined definition of the word love? I thought many people have multiple definitions of that single word love. And what happens when a couple has different definitions of the word love? Would love to hear your thoughts. Well, the reason that people have multiple definitions is because there are multiple types of love. Mm-hmm. There's agape, which is love with me and the Father, us and the Father. I love the Lord. I love God. That's an agape love. I honor God. I reverence God. I love the Lord for what he has done for me. Don't get me started. I will preach up in here. But that's agape. Then there's philios. Philios, Philadelphia, brotherly love. I love my friends. I will go to bat for my friends. I'll go the extra mile for my friends. Have a song on one of my programs called Call Me that I talk about. Call me in the midnight hour. If you got a problem, you call me. That's what a friend is. They'll be by you thick and thin in good times and bad times. That's philios. I love my friends. But then there's eros, E-R-O-S, eros love. That's that romantic love. And so there are different types of love, Terrence. And then what happens when a couple have different definitions? Well, we got to make sure they know which one are they talking about. They love their friends, they love God, but then they love their spouse. They love their children. There's a different love for children. You know, I love my children. I love my son. There's very little I wouldn't do for my son. I don't know if anything. My daughter, my grandkids, I love them. But I love her different. And I treat her with that love. I treat her like a queen.
You treat me like you would treat yourself.
Better. I actually treat her better than I treat myself because everybody knows. Everybody knows I am tight. I don't spend a lot of money unless I got to. But if she says I want, done.
That is true. That
done.
Is true. Now here's what
Her car burnt up. Okay, let me give you an example. Her car burnt up. It was on fire. It was on fire.
We were actually at
a Bible study.
At a Bible study.
And
we
came out,
outside,
and somebody came in and said, "Your car on fire." And we ran. And we came out, and the car was on fire. I mean, so the fire engines came and they put the fire out. Okay, so we went to the dealership, and I said, "What do you want?" She said, "I want that." I said, "Put out my checkbook." I wrote a check. Said, "There."
It was a used car.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Always.
What? Not by you. I told you. She get me upset.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Frugal. I'm letting somebody else drive off the lot with that depreciation hit, and then they can come back on the lot. I'll buy it from them then. But I wrote a check. Said that, and she loves that car. She loves that car because now I don't go out and buy a new car for myself.
Correct.
All right. So
okay.
I treat her better. So
love.
that's I hope Terrence that you understand that there are different types of love, and there's philios, eros, agape, and then love for your children. But eros is different. And then once y'all do is talk
eros is the romantic love.
And I want you to talk about how you treat each other in that respect. Okay.
Okay, wait. I want to share my definition.
Okay.
I thought about that.
Well,
okay. What love? How do I see love? Willingly putting the concerns and interests and cares of another before yourself, because that makes you happy.
Ooh, that's biblical, actually.
Is it?
It's biblical. Jesus said that you would be willing to die for your friend. That you love somebody and put them before yourself. The parable of the Good Samaritan is that he did not know this person, but he put him before himself and going to the place and said to the man, "Take care of him. Here's the money I have." I don't know that person, but take good care.
So I combined that with eros.
That's good.
And I got you. There you go.
All right.
Okay.
Was that good, Terrence? Thank you, man. Oh, it was a two-part question. He said, "We'd love to hear the topic, love discussion, and what happened with it." I think I tried to answer the second half. What happened when a couple has different definitions? You have to talk about it. That's simple as that. You have to talk. Communication. We talk about it. And if she says to me, "Man, we had a conversation last week, and you said I didn't holler. I don't holler." She just said, "You are intense." I said, "Okay, I'm intense because I want to do X, X, and X or whatever we were talking about. I don't even know what we're talking about." And she said, "That was intense." I said, "Did that bother you?" She said, "Well, it could." I said, "I won't do it anymore." Because she said that bothered her or might be an issue. We don't argue. So if she said...
But we had to get there.
Right. By communicating.
By expressing how we're feeling in such a way as to not offend the other person. How does that happen? This is how what you did made me feel.
4 F's. We say it again in the book. If y'all don't have the book, you're missing principle-based learning. Skill set. Marriage is a skill set. It's a skilled process. First, be friendly. Be frank. Be fair. Be focused on a win-win.
On a positive outcome.
Positive outcome.
Okay. All
right.
So,
D.
Yes.
Dose of D. We got 2 minutes left. Last week we missed a dose of D, and so many people love that. Oh, by the way, we're still going to have a event with D to women, just women, straight talk with married women.
So I have a few who have responded already.
If you want to do that,
sent them a text. So
all right. If you're interested in that, we're working on the details. It'll be a slight charge to do it.
Email and then include yourself.
Yeah, it'll be a small charge to do it because we're going to really set it apart and make it great for you. Okay. But send the email to info@williejolly.com. Say straight talk with Dee. We'll know what to that. Oh, hey, many people like the fact that Dee is a straight talker. She's a no nonsense.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Straight, no chaser.
I discovered I actually started 52 weeks of more intimacy.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And so it comes down to what are ways that we can communicate with our spouses and work on developing the intimacy, which leads to more sex. Okay? So here's the number one lesson for the week for you to practice, for us, to practice every day for a week.
I'll practice whatever you tell me to do.
Okay. We're going to see, you thought, this is very easy. Yeah. We're going to start with the physical part. Okay. But the physical part for this week is hold hands when you go anywhere together.
But we do that.
Hold hands when you go anywhere together. Even sitting together and watching a movie or whatever, hold hands. Now, you know what? For some of you, that's going to be very awkward.
Very uncomfortable. Remember what the couple we talked to who said, we have a hard time holding hands? Remember the couple we had lunch with down at the Founders?
Oh yes,
yeah.
Yes.
And they said that was very difficult for them.
So I'm not saying we're not talking the panties off of anybody yet. We haven't gotten there.
No, I haven't gotten there.
So we have to start with even just being close and holding hands. Now I remember you saying to me, you know what? When you were dating, you often didn't hold anybody's hand walking down the street.
You're making me cuss. You're getting ready to get me cuss. And I try not to cuss, but that one almost made it come out. Oh no.
So,
but I hold her
hand. The one
hand.
lesson for the week, 52 weeks to more intimacy, is that we're going to hold hands whenever we go anywhere together for a whole week.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And when you're sitting together at home, you're going to hold hands.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you're sitting next to me at dinner, you're going to touch and hold hands.
I touch you.
And how does that make you feel? That's all I want you to do. Every day this week. Next week will be something different. But it's going to start to change the dynamics because you're heightening your awareness in terms of the closeness to each other.
That's right. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
In the book, we talk about it.
That's a dose of Dee for this week. So
I'm
not talking about finances for a change, right?
The power of holding hands. Older couple was right when they told us, always hold hands. When you hold hands, you're not just touching hands. You're really holding each other's heart. Woo! Holding hands has had a tremendous impact on our relationship. Try it. Try it. It works. It's principle-based. Look, thank you. A couple people have said so many nice things here. DeWad said, how can y'all get more time? We try to do a half hour because we want to keep people's time. But, you know, we might do an hour one week.
No, maybe we can do 40 minutes. We want to keep it short and focused because people have so many things to do. Yeah. People have children. This is a work day. There's lots going on. We want you to come back.
We want you to want more too. And we keep it short, fast.
We might change the format from now and then and have a reason to get together for another.
Right. We just love spending a little time with y'all. We want to see marriages healed. We want to see marriages improve. And we want to see them prosper. So our goal is 1 million marriages saved and 1 million marriages enhanced. Tell everybody you know to join us 9 o'clock Monday nights for Happy Married Monday with the Jolly. Go get the book. Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. Get the whole package. If you're in another country, you can get it digitally at jollymarriage.com. Get it downloaded. It's a great deal. You get the books, the workbook, and you should get the workbook. Everybody should have the workbook. Get the books, the workbooks, the audio book, and the live seminar. This is Dr. Willie Jolly.
This is Taylor-Jolley.
We out. Jolly out.
Jolly out.
God bless y'all. Bye-bye.